Hello guys, it's me, Marsh reacts to air disasters. Today, as I am Turkish, we're going to view the Turkish Airlines flight 981, which crashed to France on its way to Heathrow at a stopover at Paris. It's a DC-10 crash where the cargo door blew off. Let's react. This one is made by March 3rd, 1974. This video, by the way, is made by TheFlightChannel. Subscribe to them. Yeah, let's continue. Turkish Airlines. That's its old livery. Turkish Airlines is a new livery now. The Flight Channel presents Danger Behind Closed Doors. Part 2. Even though it says Part 2, it's not actually Part 2. It's just a whole video. Turkish Airlines Flight 981 is a regularly scheduled flight from Istanbul to London Heathrow. Like I said, Istanbul is not the capital of Turkey, by the way. It is now on a stopover at Paris Orly and is preparing for its flight to London Heathrow. Captain in command is Captain Najat BH-44 with more than 7,000 flight hours. His co-pilot is First Officer Raul, aged 38, with 5,600 hours of flight time. Also on board is Flight Engineer Second Officer Erhan O, aged 37. He has 2,200 flight hours. There are 335 passengers and 11 crew members on board. This flight is normally underbooked, but due to a strike by British European Airways employees, many London-bound travellers who have been stranded at Orly were booked onto Flight 981. And it was not good that it was over. They had a strike, and they were booked to Flight 981, which crashed, like I said. And never mind. Among the passengers on board are 17 English rugby players, 6 British fashion models, 48 Japanese bank management trainees on their way to England, and passengers from a dozen other countries. There are Turkish people as well, obviously. The aircraft operating Flight 98 is a 2 years old. Got a mistake. 2 years old. McDonnell 2 year old. I don't know. Never mind. McDonnell Douglas DC-10, named Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey, built in California and leased to Turkish Airlines in 1972. And it's on its takeoff roll, and when it's time, it will be taking off. It's a bit shaky, eh? And it's taken off, and gears are in. It's after takeoff, the ATC clears Flight 981 to 220 3,000 feet, or flight level 230. The plane is flying through 11,000 feet when the rear left cargo door blew off, and a sudden difference in air pressure between the cargo area and the pressurized passenger cabin above it caused a section of the cabin above it to collapse. It is actually sad, let me say that. And that's the explosion. After the blow, it starts to bank left, as you can see. Yeah, the plane suddenly starts banking to the left, which pilots are having difficulties to fly the plane. Another ad coming. Boom. Okay. Then the plane starts pitching down. While it's going down, the pilots start to get the nose up, but the aircraft is not responding. There is a problem with this aircraft. It's not responding and it's gonna crash. At Paris. The fuselage is burst to the first officer, and then they crash. How sad. Actually sad for these guys. Pilots realize that they lost all of their hydraulics, which the hydraulics control every system, like every moving part of the plane. So if they even pull the yoke to themselves to make the plane pitch up and get out of the dive, it won't work because they lost all of the hydraulics. And then they died. As the DC-10 descends, its pick up speed and then raises the nose of the plane, which does absolute nothing, just doesn't do nothing. But no. Speed, speed. That's what the captain says before they crash. Turkish Airlines Flight 981 crashes into Armoniville Forest in commune of Fontaine Chalet. Oi, that has a oi. No, Oise. I don't know, Oise? Sorry, Oise. Engine. The French accident investigation and team from the NTSB, because the aircraft was built by an American company, which is McDonnell Douglas, which doesn't exist now because I think it went bankrupt, I guess. Investigated the crash. Sad. It's actually sad. Investigators discovered that the DC-10's rear cargo door has blown off. Yes. Explosive force caused two rows of seats to get sucked out of the aircraft. These seats damaged several control cables, which resulted in a total loss of flight controls, or the loss of hydraulics. Investigators discovered that the cargo drawer blew off because it wasn't locked properly. That red thing, bulk AFT cargo door, that failed 44 inches times 48 inches, left side only. The latches that were supposed to keep the cargo door firmly closed were not locked. Attachment bolts that failed. The latch was not forced up. Blowout meant the sudden ejection in flight of the AFT cargo door. That's the blowout, and that's the attachment bolts that failed. That's actually sad. Can't believe this happened. Rad. 2 years before this crash, um, American Airlines plane also had this. Yeah, 2 years earlier, American Airlines Flight 96, another DC-10, made an emergency landing after also losing its cargo door. following a Flight 96 accident, the NTSB suggested that McDonnell Douglas to change the design of the cargo door. This change would have made it impossible for the baggage handlers to close the cargo door lever if the door had not locked properly. The NTSB also recommended McDonnell Douglas to install vents in the floor of DC-10, sorry. This would have allowed the different air pressure to equalize without the floor collapsing. Investigators discovered that none of these recommendations provided by NTSB were implemented by McDonnell Douglas. Yes, that's the evil part. The FAA never issued an airworthiness directive which would have implemented the changes. It's because the FAA and McDonnell Douglas signed an agreement that prevented the directive from being issued. How did that turn out? McDonnell Douglas told the FAA that it would fix the problem voluntarily. This would have prevented the directive from damaging the DC-10's reputation, which, considering the fact that the aircraft was just introduced. Yeah, in 2 years, the aircraft crashed 2 times because of the same thing, actually, once. The only emergency number. So, McDonnell Douglas did make changes to following the AA American Airlines. Flight 96, they redesigned the locking mechanism and they included a peephole for baggage handlers to look through and to see whether the door was actually locked. So there actually were made changes. So, good on McDonnell Douglas. But, it will let you say something. They also installed a support plate which would prevent baggage handlers from pulling down the door lever if the lock wasn't being secured. But unfortunately, many baggage handlers didn't know the purpose of the peephole, and the ground crew in Paris who looked at Flight 981 couldn't read the warning on the door because they didn't speak English. It was like, did it on French, Spanish, English, Turkish, like every major, language. In addition, the DC-10 that was operating Flight 981 wasn't installed with a support plate, so if the ground crew already knew English, they wouldn't be able to know that because the support plate wasn't there. I couldn't talk because I had a seizure. Another ad. Investigators later made a shocking discovery. McDonnell Douglas already knew about the cargo door issue during the development of the DC-10. Yeah, gets better. And the pause the video is not too much, sorry. After this discovery, McDonnell Douglas faced several lawsuits. McDonnell Douglas paid $18 million in damages, while the FAA finally issued a directive that fixed the DC-10's cargo door. But this plane still crashed. And it's a sad thing that over 335 people died. It's three. The name given to the crash DC-10 Ankara is still used on an Airbus A340, later given to a Boeing 777. Okay, so it was changed name to this name would be given into an Airbus and then a Boeing. So it jumped to Europe and back to America. Okay, because Boeing is American and Airbus is European. Turkish still flies to London, but the route is now non-stop and is flown with either an Airbus A330 or a Boeing 737. A cameo of a Boeing. I actually don't know Airbus that much, so can't say much about Airbus. Sad. So sad. Can't believe this happened. It was even before I was born. In memory of the passengers and crew of Turkish Airlines Flight 981. Created by Fletcher. Okay, I hope you knew this, but I actually view these things and I like viewing them, but they're horrible things. Flight air disasters are not good. Like they kill from one person to the maximum of 500 something, which happened at Tenerife air disaster of the Las Palmas Islands. In the Canary Islands, sorry. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the DC-10 crash of Flight 981 of the Turkish Airlines fleet. If you liked the video, please smash the like button and subscribe for newer videos. I am trying to get to 10 subscribers, which is not much. Only 6 people left. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, and yeah, please subscribe. As I said, smash the like button, and yeah, finish the video. Although it's like 60 minutes or 70 minutes long. Please watch the whole video. So I don't know. Please. Thank you.